Hello, everyone.
I hope.
Yeah, I hope.
What a day.
Yeah, you guys moved offices today, so we're kind of all over the place, it seemed like.
We were in exactly the right place. The new office looks amazing. I mean, look at Meg's wall.
Beautiful.
So that's the office?
In 2 weeks, we will do a gender reveal party for our office. We'll do an office tour. I don't know. It just popped in my head. We'll do an office tour before the game.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Our office is non-binary, obviously.
It is, obviously.
Our office does not like to be labeled. I really need to stop moving the screen around.
So,
If anyone's wondering what is going on.
last week, Agara approached you, Lot, about a problematic individual that has gained a lot of notoriety in the Barrows. This little halfling by the name of Badru has the ability to kill people at a distance. Nobody knows how he's doing it. People are just drowning and dropping dead around him. However, Agara has noted that she's been visiting that he's been visiting his old shack back in the marina regularly, in spite of his rise in status. And so, a lot of you decided to check out that shack first before confronting him in his current establishment in the Carnival District. While Senpai, our half-orc, not bard, distracted the crowd around the shack, our favorite little pixie snuck into the abode and found behind the closet door a doorway to a different world, where she flew in, had a quick look around, saw this prismatic, shattered landscape that glistened and sparkled. And then she returned back to Senpai with this news. And as they're having this discussion, as Thistle's breaking down what she saw, Grigor comes strolling down the street, able to pinpoint their exact location because of Senpai's harmonica playing.
It was a full performance.
Yeah. So you guys are currently in this once busy street. People have started to disperse. And, yeah. What do you do?
I like how you
What do
just
you wanna do?
joined in. We didn't do any announcements or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. I guess we should do
Like
that.
our wonderful new
Sorry.
shirts. Available on dungeonhavoc.com.
Very nice.
Yeah, buy a shirt, people. God damn it.
A few people have.
I
Meg's
know,
bought
it's
two. Yeah.
Are we going to do the thing where we start introducing ourselves at the beginning of each one?
We probably should.
Yeah.
I'm Caleb. I'll be your dungeon master this evening. And lunch,
Whatever.
break, whatever it is, afternoon.
Yeah. It's almost evening in Australia.
It's evening somewhere.
Today, I'll just go with today. This is Alicia.
Hello. I'm not on screen. I play Senpai, half orc, who is currently a ranger, and I also give life to Hey Hey, the chicken, who is probably, arguably, the most important character. John.
That's Meg. She's in Fulton County Prison.
You're really blending in the white shirt on the white
I
background.
know. You really do look like you're in prison.
They found that allowing us to have colors make inmates more aggressive, so therefore we are all in white shirts now.
That's good. Good rationale.
I'm trying to sign up for a Twitch thing so I can see the chat because I had to re-download. I've never used the work laptop for this before, so I had to re-download Zoom and everything.
You can just do YouTube too to see the chat.
True.
You should create a banner.
Mostly I'm just waiting for my verification email to come through. I apologize if I freeze at any point. It's like super choppy on my end. So, and I think it's just on my side.
That's not a good sign.
Well, we're going to need to look.
So,
well, there's jacks in the wall, John. So.
Oh, okay. Maybe that would help.
Yeah.
We'll plug the streaming rig into that. So I'm John. I am Grigor. I am a high elf rogue assassin, drunken hobo killer.
Yep.
And there's Meg.
I'm Meg. I am a barbarian pixie, the powerhouse of the group, obviously at 6 inches tall. And I mostly just want to kill anyone that does not align with my weird moral compass. Hence why I'm in prison.
And why we almost freed a mermaid last week. Do I have pizza sauce on my face?
Bring me to tears. Just let the mermaid defend for themselves. Had Grigor been, would have rescued the mermaid.
I apologize,
yes.
everyone.
But Grigor was off doing important assassin things.
I suppose.
So we're all together outside his house now?
Yes, outside the little tiny shack.
All right, and Thistle has informed us of the Narnia-like world on the other side.
Yes, she went into just a little bit of detail, but explained that it clearly leads to a different world, yes.
Let's go. I'm in.
Are there any, like, provisions that we should grab before we go? Like, you want to, like, get some sandwiches or...
Yeah, we can do pocket snacks. I'm fine with it.
I feel like we've really fallen down the pocket snacks since Gully's death.
Yeah, I can definitely do some pocket snacks. Let's do it.
I mean, she was the baker, but
Yeah.
True.
Is there any way
lately we've been all about the nachos.
some pocket snacks?
Well, looking around, you're in the marina, so there's a lot of, like, fish vendors, fish fryers. There's this individual who's frying seaweed. It's crispy.
Pocket fish is going to be stinky.
There's also a lot of fruits which are being sold straight off of the boat that people are buying up real quick.
I can't do mangoes.
Are they mangoes?
There are a lot of mangoes,
Can't.
oddly enough.
As long as they're not poisoned.
No.
I'll buy some fruit.
Why are we so exposed?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I would like to.
One more day. One more day, Alicia. Just one more day.
It's just like why? It's dark in here.
We're getting there.
So, you buy an adequate amount of food.
Mm-hmm.
Then afterwards, you guys are staying close to that shack. No one has come close to that front door. It's a fairly unsightly
Do we need to
cluster
pick
of
the lock?
wood. The front door was locked. There was a bar on the inside. But the ceiling is open. That's how Thistle was able to get in.
All right. Do we want to try climbing the side of the building, or do we want to pick the lock on the front door?
Yeah, I'm a thief. I can pick that lock.
Right.
You go up to it. Go ahead and give me a dexterity proficiency check.
Are you using your new dice, John?
No, I left them on my desk. Meg can use them. Like 19.
This place wasn't secure well.
I will use the penis dice with so much pride. Thank you, John. I will take good care.
Thank you, guys.
You stick your rapier through some of the slits in the wood, knock the bar off, and the door ungracefully kind of just teeters and creaks open. Inside this really small 7 by 7 by 7 box. To the right, there's this fairly gross sleeping cot. To your left, there's this simple, like, crate shelving. It's kind of in disarray. You see, like, a shaving razor, some rags.
Ignore me. Keep going.
You fiddly person.
Keep going!
Ahead of you is the closet door, which Thistle claims leads to a different world. But past that, this place seems unpleasant.
I double checked with Thistle that there were no like weird talking animals that she saw or
Yeah, was
snowfall.
Mr. Tumnus anywhere?
I believe he's hanging out by the light post. I didn't make it that far.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
you
that
go-
background is so white. So white.
You're so distracted.
I'm working on it. Give me 1 second.
You're fine. We just need to put something up on the walls behind us. We're going to look like serial
We'll just
killers.
order like 12 more boxes of the wood panels.
I can do
Well,
that.
that's
We only had 2 left, and it's going to take 2.5 weeks to be delivered. And we're going way off.
Oh, that's annoying.
Sorry.
the whole thing with the lights is the colored lights is why we did that.
It's because Alicia wouldn't let me order 3 boxes.
Damn it, Alicia.
I got a clicker counter for
Yeah.
rabbit trails now. So,
Good luck. Good luck with that. I hope it goes high enough.
oh,
Is that any better?
vaguely.
I mean, if you want to look like you're on the surface of the sun, it looks great. Yeah, it's fine.
It's a halo.
I'm just trying to get us a little less washed out.
I mean, it's one more day. It's
I know.
fine.
We might as well just be wash. I'm a leaf on the wind, see how I fly.
Look on the bright side. The next one we do, we will be in the new office, and we will have a whole host of other problems. So
That's
it's fine.
true. Anyway,
All right. I would like to Kit like the is it in a closet? Did you say it was in a closet?
Yeah.
You walk through the front door. 7 feet away from you is basically a closet door. There is no lock. And I imagine Thistle didn't really shut it, and so it's kind of ajar, and you can see some vines kind of just streaming out of it.
I shut the
It's
door
Narnia.
to the street behind us and relock that.
Okay.
And then I would like to pull out my roses and pull a lot of petals off and into a bag. I'm gonna make sure that we leave a path back to the door.
Okay.
I want to make sure we don't get lost.
Sure. As you open the door and begin navigating, it's a straight line down this tunnel to this opening where there's this waterfall.
Okay, yes, of course I am not going to start the petals in the tunnel, but when we get out, if we're going to go explore the world, having played enough Minecraft, I know how hard it is to find your way back places.
That's fair.
That's lovely, Meg.
Thank you. This is what I imagine the world that we're going to look like, only, less prisms.
Less
Okay.
prisms, and the leaf, the foliage around you has this glassy kind of crystalline nature to it. As you crush a leaf in your hand, you can see little tiny shards kind of just break off. They aren't incredibly fine. Or
Has everything just been dipped in liquid nitrogen? Everything
it
just
has
cracked.
that kind of vibe to it. Yeah. And it all has a lovely little gradient of color. Like the liquid nitrogen also had a layer of oil on it. But as you make your way out, before you, a little bit down in the valley to the right, you see this small collection of wicker homes. At this distance, it's hard to make some things out, but go ahead and give me a perception check just to see what you can see.
That didn't help at all.
No. You fiddly person.
You married me. I see nothing.
Okay.
I rolled an 11.
Okay.
13.
13.
I guess technically I got a 10.
Okay. Well, you see some humanoid-esque creatures, bipedal, moving to and from. It's hard to get a good look on what these things are, but they seem to be primarily farmers, given the crops around their awkwardly compiled homes. And
They're not zombies, are they?
They seem to have a lot more intelligence than zombies.
We already did that campaign.
The river is cascading down slightly leftward, but it seems to go into this more swampy, low ceiling vegetation far ahead of you. But as you look up, it looks like the sky has shattered. It's like you're looking through a broken window. The sun itself looks like it was like cut in half almost, with half of it being portrayed on one side of the prism, the other side of the sun is on the other part of the broken glass. Kind of giving you that nice refracted image through everything. So everything has this glassy feel to it.
I would like to touch a leaf.
Okay. It is a leaf. It wiggles back and forth. It does seem more fragile than the more organic, fibrous vegetation that you're used to. And you're pretty sure that if you fell into a large outcropping of this foliage, you would probably get cut up a little bit.
I tell Hey Hey to not eat any seeds that he finds on the ground.
Alright. Hey Hey looks nervously around. This place isn't home. You're not in Kansas anymore.
I put Hey Hey in his pouch. I want him to feel comforted.
Alright. So, you're pretty sure that the halfling has been to this area. You're not sure why. And you're not sure where exactly in this bizarro closet world he would have gone.
I would like to search for tracks.
Give me a survival check.
Natural 20. So 25 total.
That is disgusting. You see a couple different things. You do see clear, damp footprints of where the halfling has teetered in and out of. They look a little aged, like he hasn't been here in a week, 5 days or so. You do see that he was dragging some things in every once in a while. You do see that he has made several outings into this place.
Guys, I found tracks. Follow them?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
Yep.
They descend into the valley, into the village itself.
Into the thick of it.
How do you approach the village?
I fly up in the air to see if I can get a good look from overhead.
Okay. Are you trying to be discreet, or are you just doing like a flyby and just trying to get out of there as quickly as possible?
I'm trying to be discreet, but also hope that if anyone notices me, they will think I am a bug.
Alright, give me a stealth check first. Fourth.
These always go so well. 5.
5. Okay, now give me a deception check. Which is charisma and deception if you have it.
13.
13.
Wait, do we add something to our stealth even if we don't have it, or is that just a straight?
Dexterity.
Oh, so it would have been 8 and then 13.
Alright, well, not so good with that. But the 13, you're flying up above and you're not being discreet because you can't help but make noises.
I'm just imagining Tesla going,
But
Sounds right.
you're
Yep.
playing a very appropriate generic bug. And so they acknowledge this bug's flying around up above, except they kind of don't pay mind to you.
Do I see anything cool?
As you get close to look around, you see that it is a pretty calm-looking village. Give me a insight check just so that we can see how well you're reading there.
That's wisdom, right?
Yes.
15.
They look like a happy little village. Looking at them, they are very clearly herbivores. They're primarily herbivores. They have a lot of crops that seem to be growing these beautiful little berries. That seems to be the primary food crop that they grow. On the eastern side of the village, where the river's running, one of the individuals is catching fish with a net.
What do they look like?
And since you got close enough to actually see them, they are almost elf-like. They seem to have a lot more of these natural themes integrated into their being. They have these seaweed-esque dreads that just kind of cascade down their back. And they also have the nice crystalline sharp features that the rest of the world seems to have. So they aren't quite elves, but they seem to have a strong affinity of water about them. You had a look at their eyes, and as their eyes move to and fro, they seem to be absolutely clear, as you can see the water inside of their eyes sloshing back and forth. It's a little unsettling, but you don't seem malicious behind the eye.
I fly back and tell everyone else what I saw.
I think that in that case we should send Grigor in on a fact-finding mission. Because I'm green. And you are tiny, but Grigor is an elf, and if they look like elves...
That's true. So what do you do?
This all checks out.
Can I teach Grigor how to follow the tracks so he can see, like, where exactly they lead? Or do they end at the town, like, because there's too many footprints at that point?
Yeah, you can tell that the footprints seem to split at a juncture. The older tracks went straight into the village, but some of the more recent ones, where he was dragging heavier objects, seem to follow around the river.
I'm pretty sure that is where Jesus was carrying him.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Here's your inspiration token.
Thank you very much.
I'll be right back. There's tracks on my desk and I can't focus. I was still listening.
So
do we want to follow the draggy tracks that are newer? Or do you want to go into the village and see if you can find, like, I mean, I'm assuming if they all look like elves, asking about a halfling will at least get us a direction.
Yeah, I can walk in and just talk to them. If there's any issue, then I can. Do you want me to take Hey with me? And then that way I can, if there's any problem, I can send Hey back real quick to get you guys.
Hey, or is Kevin or Hey faster?
Hey's.
I mean, Kevin has a 30 thing and he can fly.
Oh, well, Hey's got a 40-foot speed, so we'll send Hey.
Angry fast chicken.
I unhook Hey from his little pouch, and I hand him to you. And I tell Hey, listen to Grigor. It's one of the few times I'm going to tell you this. And I hand you Hey.
We just run off and I get Hey to murder everything in sight.
So, Hey stands resolutely beside you, looks up, kind of nods, and is ready for you to take the lead.
I don't even need an animal handling check for that one.
Nope. So, Grigor.
Yes.
What do you do?
I go in and go to. I look around for any people. Are there any people standing and milling about?
As you straight up walk into this village, you immediately get the various villagers' attention. Most of them talk among each other. They look kind of excited. Some of them look fearful. And they are speaking a pretty odd dialect. Do you speak Aquan?
No.
Okay. One little child, the seaweed is kind of ponytailed at the very top of the head so that the seaweed kind of sprouts up like a vase. Comes up to you, grinning, and reaches up with a hand to take yours.
Okay. I mean, that's weird. I grab his hand and say, "Hello, little friend."
The kid then starts dragging you to the other side of the village.
Awesome. Cool. I'm going to get arrested for pedophilia. That's great.
But you can be in prison.
Yeah.
A minute later, one of the other creatures brings from around the house this older gentleman who has seaweed kind of cascading down his face like a beard. And upon seeing the girl and you, goes, "Oh, guess. Hello. What's your name?"
Hello, my name is Grigor. How are you all?
The little girl's excited, stops holding your hand, runs up to the older gentleman, gives the old man a hug, and goes to a safer spot to relax. And he goes, "Ah, yes, please sit. We like guests." He takes you to this basically a bench where some of these old like willow trees have been cut or molded over time to make sitting spaces. These people seem to have lived here a long time and are not nomadic in any way. And it's like, we have gotten lots of guests lately. It's nice to meet you. Gregor, I am Langua. I am chief.
It's very nice to meet you. I am here looking to see if you have seen a halfling. Is that what I'm looking for, a halfling?
A little man. Yes.
Yes.
He was very kind. He was here several times in the past days. Kind. Generous. We are still trying cabbage, pointing at a crop. It is soft bush.
Everyone likes a soft bush. Is there when was the last time he was here? Can you point me in his? Would you be able to tell me where he went? Do you know where he went after this?
Oh, he only came here. Then he leaves. He likes stories of our people.
Did he say where he was going?
Oh, he comes and goes, often bringing gifts. We give him what we can, but he mainly just likes stories and occasionally needs a place to relax. He really likes our wine.
Does he come back a lot? Will he be back soon?
He comes back once or twice a week, every few days.
Okay. So it's very nice to meet you all, and I would love to sit and talk to you more about your people and your village. I have some of my friends on the outside of town. Would it be okay if I brought them in with me? I wanted to check with you first.
Oh, more guests. Yes, please bring them. Guests are always welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna fly my little chicken out of here to go get them, and then he'll be right back.
As he said that, though, can you give me a perception or insight check?
Sure.
Think of it. Think of it.
13.
13. As you watch Hey Hey leave, you see also a one of these aquatic gentlemen leaning against a building, just kind of side-eyeing you with a measure of distrust. He seems to be very standoffish. But as you send the chicken away, it's like, oh, we've had that before. It was very good eating. Is it gift for food? We like new food.
Not this one.
Oh.
Nope. He's a friend.
Ah, I see. It's good that you don't eat friends.
Good point. Fair point.
What a good life rule to live by.
Yes.
Well, it's one that we have to take care of.
It wasn't a harmonica. I got an ocarina.
No, an ocarina. My mistake. And I imagine you two weren't that far away, and you guys are heralded into the village by the chicken and a little girl that followed the chicken because she sees dinner.
Follow the chicken.
Do they say anything to us about liking gifts? Does Grigor say anything to us about them liking gifts?
Well, I'm at... Did Grigor
We should make them a
leave for the
gift.
chicken or come back?
No, Grigor stayed while
Okay.
they weren't.
So, Hey Hey comes up and is like resolutely looking at you, turns around, and like begins marching back into the village.
I follow Hey Hey. I know his body language well enough by now.
Yep. You and this will make your way into the village, and at this point, the village has received word that there's new guests in the village. There's a lot of people giving you guys an appropriate amount of space, but are whispering and talking amongst themselves, excited about the visitors from the strange world. Give me does anybody in this group speak Aquan?
No, we talked about that last week.
Cool.
Wait. I would like to ask, though, do either Thistle or I recognize it as the same language that the mermaid spoke?
Oh, yeah. Give me a flat intelligence check.
13.
Okay.
5.
13, you would recognize that's the exact
Penis
same
dice are letting me down a little bit.
language.
Maybe they just need a little encouragement.
Rub a little bit.
There's a
Oh,
reason that in craps you blow on the dice.
you guys are
Yeah.
the best. But yeah, you recognize it's the exact same language. Different cadence, but same
I don't-
language.
I don't say anything out loud, but I do think to myself that I wonder if it's connected that the mermaid speaks this language and so do these people. Like maybe she's from here.
All right.
Have I ever seen a mermaid?
Do any
like
of them
her?
speak Sylvan? I feel like if
Oh.
they're like kind of water aquatic, they might have a snaky type language to them.
Huh. You say, does anybody speak Sylvan?
You say.
And one of a handful of them go, we do. Not all of us,
That's
but
very.
yeah, we speak.
I say that's very exciting. Do you guys want to see a show?
A show? Oh, that'll be exciting.
Do we have our mime stuff with us?
I imagine you always have your mind stuff on you.
I feel as though we never leave home without it. If they like gifts, I feel like they would enjoy the gift of entertainment as well. I'm going to disappear for the last time. I'm so sorry. I was making coffee. That's why I keep popping back and forth.
You're fine.
I'm just going to get it.
Alicia, how do I paste in on a Mac?
Command V.
Control C or Command C and then Command V. Copy and then paste.
Thank you.
I'm back. I've got caffeine now. I'm ready to go.
John, it's all basically the same keystrokes, just command instead of control.
Got it.
So,
Thank you.
you bring up the fact that they want to do a show, and the people that understand you are excited. It's like, oh, you're performers. That's exciting.
I start giving some petals
To
to
just
each of
people.
the kids. No, the kids.
Oh. And the kids are like, oh, it's so squishy. And it changes colors when you push it. This is cool. They are tripping out of basic things from a different world. The chieftain goes, you are a friendly crew.
It's the first time I've ever been told that.
For now.
I clap my hands. I'm very excited.
Remember, somebody else was really nice to us too, and then
Yeah, and then they tried to murder us.
they had to
And
die.
Caleb's mom pointed out that anytime Thistle likes someone, it's a sign that they're bad. And that now I'm nervous because I think these people sound so cool.
Oh, I'm
And
glad.
they can talk to mermaids.
The chieftain, which speaks broken common, welcomes all of you. It's like, yes, if you want to do a performance, we would gladly enjoy that. It's the middle of our work day, which nobody is doing, but if you're ready to do a performance, they will gladly appreciate your acts. Are you here for Halfling to perform for him, or what? What are you wanting?
We're here to perform for you.
Ah, that is exciting. He seems really happy to find more friends in the world. Yes, ever since friends have arrived, nothing but good things have found its way to us. We are glad to have you. Please. And people bring up glasses of this prismatic liquor, baskets filled with the berries and fruits and grains that they grow here. And the chieftain goes, the halfling said all this was delicious, so I imagine it's also good for you. Eat, be happy. We don't have guests often.
I taste test for Hey Hey.
Everything is edible, and it is sharp. Not sharp as in glass, sharp as in all the
Cheddar?
flavors have been cranked to 12. It seems to just straight up pierce your taste buds. And it's striking, to say the least.
Hey Hey would really like everyone to know that gold looks great against his feathers.
I'm very happy for the chicken. But the kids are looking at Thistle. It's like, I saw this bug! You weren't bug! Are you bug folk? Are you half bug?
So I am not half bug, but are pixies related to bugs? I don't know. Is that the thing?
Do you show them the thing?
Yeah, I hold it up. Do you know of such things? Is this a bug? I just get closer and closer to the face.
Oh, this would be fun. One of the kids goes, oh, eel. Eel. And one of the kids goes,
Wait, he's telling me that the thing is an eel?
yeah, it looks like a badger, right? Vaguely.
Yeah.
One kid goes, eel, referring to some creature that it thinks is an eel. The other kid goes, eelish. Eelish.
I imagine I would get very excited at this point and want to go find an eel and then be very disappointed when I get shocked to living hell or eaten.
We have those. They live on the west side of river, on the cliff face. There's holes where eel live.
I look to both of you and ask if either of you know what an eel is. Is this an eel?
Do I know what an eel is?
Yes, you know what an eel is.
Unless their eels are very different from ours, I don't think it's an eel. Have I never seen a badger?
You can't identify what the talisman is. You've already rolled that.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't look like a badger enough to you.
But we can go look at them later, maybe. See if they're them. I'm fine with that. Do I have like of the fruit that we bought, is there like grapes or cherries?
Effectively, yeah.
I start giving those to people too. Since they're feeding us.
As the kids are talking about the opposing cliff, some of the older ones go, "Be careful. The cliffs are near the prawn folk."
Prawn folk?
Yeah.
Like shrimp?
Yeah, shrimp people.
Shrimp people.
That sounds offensive. I don't think you should call them that.
Prawn folk is offensive to who?
No, shrimp people.
Oh.
They're shrimp.
But, yes, prawn folk. They are prawn. They eat things.
Like indiscriminately?
We had problems with them forever, but they've been less of a problem recently.
Okay, well let's not make any...
So it's safer, but be careful.
Okay. Can you show me where... We need to get changed for our performance.
Oh.
Maybe where the halfling stays when he's here would be a good place to get changed, so we're not invading anybody's home.
Oh, the mayor of this village goes, "Oh, he stays at our place. We have spare room. Yes, this way." Then he leads you over to his wicker home, which seems to have just been this wicker house that has molded over ages to be formed into this dome-like shape. It's ornate and intricate as the weavings are designed. It's not just that it just straight up grew for pragmatism. They grew the wicker into these patterns to show off their craftsmanship. And they've dyed the wood in certain parts to have coloration and pigments. Or even have built-in potting basins to grow other vegetables out of for coloration.
I compliment...
Should have bought the wood panels from them.
I compliment them.
They go, "Oh, thank you. We are..."
I inspect the wood since I'm a carpenter.
Oh.
Very nice, very nice.
As you look it over as a carpenter, you realize that these guys know nothing about carpentry. They don't use like nice tools to carve anything. They literally bind and twist as things grow. You're not even sure they have steel tools of any kind. Looking in the fields, you realize that their farming tools are basically just holding a stick and hoeing the dirt with a stick. These guys are not...
Can I build them a rake? Like, quickly, would I be able to be like, hold on, and while they're getting ready, go build them a rake and present it?
Sure.
Out of, like, a large stick?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a carpentry check. With
I rolled an
wisdom
18, and then what do I get to add to it since I have carpentry tools and that's one of my skills?
Proficiency bonus in either wisdom or intelligence, whichever one you want. And I imagine you're doing this at some point during these travels, that you just quickly make a rake. It doesn't take you any time at all since you have the tools on you. You can make up to 4 rakes in no time flat and quickly give it to them as a gift, and they're like, "This is a very fancy stick. This will be very
Show them
useful.
how to do it.
Oh, we don't have those tools. Oh, what is this shiny
No.
stuff?
I should have built them a hammer.
Or a chisel. But they gladly take the rakes and they're putting them to use. The mayor does take you into his home, though, which is really spacious since it's dug into the earth. You realize that
Is he a hobbit?
they're similar. You see that the house is built below and into the water level. So half the house is underwater. He goes, the halfling could not breathe underwater. Do you need, do you breathe underwater?
No.
Okay, we will
No.
give you the same guess.
But I would imagine that Thistle would immediately cannonball into the water and start swimming around.
Well, it's like a doorway. It's not like a swimming pool-like thing. So
Could I
you
jump? Could I
in
dive
and
off
you-
of the door frame into the water?
Well, for you, it'd be an Olympic-sized swimming pool, so you can do anything, actually. So you dive in, have a quick look around, and it is
I
spacious.
do one of those cartoon things where I'm like laying on my back and like shoot the water up out of my mouth by paddling with my feet. You know, like Daffy Duck style.
That's awesome. While you're enjoying that, and the house is much more spacious underneath. This foyer space mainly just seems to be like storage and almost like a mud room, effectively, since it's half mud.
I yelled
anyway.
to Senpai that this place is great. We should live here.
It is wonderful, Thistle. I agree. I don't think we can move here, though.
No.
But the gentleman takes you over to one side of the mud room, this foyer space, where some of the mud has been built up to create this like a workbench kind of space. But it's been clearly baked and dried, so it's a much more hard and brick-like surface. And he goes, the happening stayed here. So I'll leave you here to change, or do what you need to do. You will have privacy. Thank you for being guests in our village. And he dismisses himself, holding 4 rakes.
Well, guys, we've learned nothing useful about why the halfling is coming here.
To use the swimming pools.
Should we just like do our performance, hang out, and then wait to see if the halfling comes back?
What is everyone's
My thought
passive
was like,
perception?
at this point, we've given them a bunch of gifts, and then if we do this cool performance, and assuming that we do well on that, then like we would be like pretty good friends, and we'd be like, hey, can you like show us like some of the places the halfling goes, and just like get more of like a tour guide experience.
Well, as you're saying
Senpai
that, the
looks discouraging at this plan.
No, I just got hit with a wave of the sleepies.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I am destroyed. I'm hanging on for dear life here.
This is
If
why
I wasn't biting my
literally-
feet, I'd be dying.
I have to drive.
I walked away to get coffee. I don't know why you guys aren't just leaving first thing tomorrow morning.
Because then I have
Actually,
to
you said you wanted to sleep in tomorrow, but I guess.
that and we haven't packed any clothes for Klaus, so he is on his way up there with nothing.
Look, let's be honest, that's not really a stretch for him. He'd be fine with no clothes. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not going to complain about clothes.
Nope.
He would complain about not having his bathing suit tomorrow morning to go to the pool with Grammy, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
Swim in the nude.
I don't think that the...
Oh, the old clicker, Caleb.
I know.
Alright, sorry. So, yeah, let's do our performance. And then there's still the other tracks that we can follow afterwards. Tell them we want to look around and go look down those ones.
Also, with your past perception of 15, you are in the same spot that the halfling was supposed to relax. And you do see some items which are clearly not local. You see a small journal, which these guys don't have the tools to make paper, let alone the binding necessary for that. And you do see that the halfling has brought other trinkets, like blankets, to just relax here. He seems to have a preference of wine. He brought his own little tiny thing to imbibe in. This is kind of like his nook while he's visiting, obviously.
I pick up the journal and start reading it.
Inside, you see a list of names. People he... Yeah, you just see a list of about 12 names.
Anybody I recognize?
Give me a history check.
I have never had my dice just stay at the top of the tower. Ooh. Oh, I have history. Yeah. 20.
With that, you're looking at this list of names. Most of them you're not quite familiar with, but one of them does trigger something that you were having a conversation with Agara about. Agara said that this halfling has been taking care of people, taking out people around his, that he considered of influence so that he could take their power. One of these individuals is named Iktaka. And you notice that his name has been slashed through, and you know that he was a gangster, effectively, that has recently died. And so if he somehow took him out, he has a little bit of muscle behind him and isn't just a regular thug gaining power. There's also a name that is like circled 4 times. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. And it's called Gudzu. Gudzu.
Okay. I'm going to assume I've got paper on me.
Yeah.
I copy down the list exactly.
Okay.
Is there any other useful information in this?
Nina!
The journal seems to be very basic. You get give me an insight check as your or just a standard intelligence check.
16.
16. There was a list of names. He called these people the Ganassi, water folk. He seems to have notated the prawn folk as a different cluster, and he has this rough L-shaped map of the area.
I copy the map too. Do I need to make like an artistic check?
No, his map is garbage, so it's not the best thing. It's
Okay.
basically an L shape. He has the Ganassi at the top of the L. At the point of the L, it just says Gudzu tree. And to the right, it says prawn folk.
I have a copy of that map now, guys.
Woohoo!
Anything else interesting in this whole stack of his stuff?
No. It's just small little things for him to to have for convenience. These Ganassi don't seem to have blankets or
Come here.
any
Come
fabric.
here, sit.
And
Sit.
so
Sit.
he brought his own like linens and things like that to dry off or
Oh my god.
that kind of thing.
Look at that puppy.
He does have a spare change of clothes here. He does seem to get muddy a lot.
I sneeze and blow my nose in his clothes.
Okay. What did the other two members of this group do while Senpai's doing this deep dive and blowing noses and being...
I'm going to explore my general area as my dog
Actually,
bites the shit out of me. I'm just going to explore and look around.
Okay. As you're just looking around the rooms with your klepto eyes, they seem to do a lot of pottery in addition to just their woodworking.
If we ever have to make more characters, I need to be one of these characters. I don't know what they're called or but they can talk to mermaids and they can make potteries. So please just remember that if Thistle dies, this is the type of character I would like to make.
Sounds
Also, if
like
you kill Thistle, I'm going to be very upset with you. But you know.
I'll be very upset with me since that just means more doodling.
All right, I'll be right back. I got to take her out real quick before I have to clean up poop and get bit.
That's fair. All right. Do you guys want to take a quick break?
Yeah, let's take a break
Sure.
for a moment.
I'm going to count that on my rabbit trail. Caffeine's good. I should go grab that since we're going to have that.
Yeah, you guys
dry
should go get some caffeine.
If there's anybody in the chat that wants to say hi or...
I don't think anybody's watching today.
It's all good.
That's what happens when we start late.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're not exactly on time, things go off the rails.
But one of my top priorities for in the new space, and something I'm going to be working on while we're on vacation next week, is I'm going to design a countdown screen
Ooh.
in OBS. So
That'll be cool.
What do you mean by designing a countdown screen? I want to design a countdown screen.
I will definitely message you with non-technical aspects.
Okay.
Okay. Like, once I figure out the technical aspects and I get the artwork from Caleb, you can do the layout. How's that?
Yeah, that works. I like that.
My uncle dropped off his computer last night so that I could move some files onto it, and it doesn't have enough space on it, and I have to get it back to him before we leave town.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw in the Slack, but I requested a day off, like 2 days off. One is the last Friday in July and the first Monday in August. I told you how, like, I'm going to go see my friend in Providence. Those are the days that worked best for her.
Yeah.
And I figured if I just did like a Friday, Monday, then it wouldn't mess anybody up too much.
Oh, you can just get me more Coke.
I'll give you your Melamania.
No, that's too big.
So what do you want?
Just give me more Coke. Or get me a little bit of my cold brew.
Okay.
Apparently, excuse me, Caleb's Bob is trying to make a trip up in August. So that should be exciting. See.
That's
what
cool.
happens.
You should have her do a guest spot on.
That's what I was thinking.
We can see if I do something like I decide to drive late at night to get up there so that I don't hit as much traffic and I drive Thursday night, then I could always be like, do you want to play D&D on Friday? And have her just play with me.
That would be
But
awesome.
most likely it would be that I would drive Friday morning and then I don't know if I'd be there in time, but it depends because sometimes Connecticut sucks. So if I leave on a Friday, there's a chance that like I'll hit a ton of traffic.
Yeah. That's how I see the future. We were talking about your mom possibly visiting in August.
Oh.
It smells like waffles.
I love waffles.
I don't know why my coffee smells like waffles though.
Does it have syrup in it?
Is this the Starbucks one or mine?
That's a Starbucks one.
Oh, that's why.
They make waffles?
No, it just...
Waffle's my favorite word. Caleb, what's your favorite word?
Moist.
Gross.
Infection.
Just to warn everyone, my parents are heading this way to get Klaus's electronics, so...
Chaos.
Yeah, that might happen.
Blasphemy. That's a fun word.
This is not great coffee.
Condemn.
It's weirdly sweet.
Bubble. Bubble is probably the best word.
Bubble's a good word.
My favorite word.
I should have been using this time to go pee, but now I feel like it's
You-
too late because it takes forever to walk to the bathroom and back.
I mean, John is taking a dog for a walk.
Okay, I'll go really quick. I'll be back. If he gets back, feel free to start without me and then just catch me up.
Okie dokie. Do 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 do.
So yeah, this is the text I've been writing for life, kind of. No one's here, so
If you are here, shout out.
in the first chapter of Themectus, chapter 1, verse 1, it is holy to devour flesh, for hunger is truth, but do not drink the blood as the demons do, for they sought to surpass the gods, nor be like the blasphemous spellcasters who seek to sneak past death and live forever. You should simply eat, die, and be eaten, for this is the righteous path, and it will not be questioned.
Alright. Sounds good.
I'm having way too much fun writing doctorate for this world that they're inhabiting. It's one of my favorite things. So yeah, what are you looking forward to doing on vacation?
Sleeping?
It's good to be optimistic.
Reading?
I am looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to taking Klaus to the water park on Tuesday, and I'm very much looking forward to. I have a project in mind for my character sheet that really impacts no one, but in GoodNotes, which is what I use, you can use stickers, and so like the sticker's permanent, but then you can do other things. So I was thinking of using Canva to make myself some D&D related stickers and building my own character sheet where certain things would not be erasable, like my one, rearranging things because there's stuff on other pages that I never use.
Yeah.
And then two, making it so like my armor class, like all this stuff was actually printed in, but then I could still keep my notes and stuff down here. Which is a very weird thing to be excited to do, but
No, that's cool.
so
I
that's
like
where
it.
I'm at. What are you looking forward to doing?
Well, I got new RPG books. I got White Box because I'm slowly getting to the OSR, Old School Renaissance kind of game stuff. Because there's a lot in the older systems that I like a lot. I'm even stealing things from Morgborg for eventually for this game and for my other game.
The one where they're all
non-public
mad
game.
at you for doing that?
Yeah. Well, they've forgiven me.
They forgiven you? Okay, good.
I introduced encumbrance. And
It was some growing pains.
yeah, there were some growing pains.
Oh, I'm excited about the new game starting on the 14th.
I am very excited about the game starting on the 14th.
Because that will be pure Morkborg, correct?
Yes, it'll be a Morkborg game in a Morkborg world with Morkborg characters with Morkborg stuff. So it'll be fun. Morkborg is the apocalypse is imminent. The world is dying, and it's going to be great.
You should really put like hashtag Morkborg in here, so people find it when they search YouTube.
In this?
Yeah, like in the description. Be like, at 1 hour and 15 minutes, we talk about Morkborg.
For a hot second.
For a hot second.
That's false
That's
advertising.
A really pretty background that Meg picked.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that she liked the Ganassi.
I'm excited. We were talking about options for you and Meg.
This might answer your question.
No,
Options
Alexa,
by
stop.
Emily.
Looking at options for you and Meg to paint the walls, to do like murals in these like window spaces that are behind the table.
Okay.
So Meg wants to do like a really pretty landscape in hers, but then and make it look like a window, and then on the other side have you do like a fantasy world through a window. Right?
Like, I thought it'd be cool if we did the same exact window pane, and like even on the side if we did like a curtain or something like that, but then have one be like, oh, just like, you know, sunrise landscape or something, and another one have be like your D&D background or world or something.
That would be interesting.
Although I'm pretty excited about this world that you've been talking about, so if you just want to do one as like this world and one as the Barrows, that works too.
When is this world and when is the what?
The Barrows.
The Barrows.
Oh.
I know it's the same technical world, but like where we are right now.
Got it.
Do we have a sense of like, is this world part of the same world and we're just in a different part, or do we like get a sense that we're in a whole different like universe?
Oh, new world.
I feel like
It's complicated. And you don't know.
okay.
You can look into that.
I would like to look into that while we wait for Grigor to change, because in my mind, Grigor takes the longest to get ready for our performances.
So as you guys are getting ready, you're contemplating the nature of your reality. Cool. First thing, are you proficient with Arcana?
No.
I don't think so.
So, no. Just give me a nature check, though, since you are proficient in that.
I'm also proficient in that.
Go ahead and roll.
We should have picked different things.
19.
Ooh, 19 plus 20. I got 22.
Okay. You have no concept of the nature of the multiple. Why? You
Wait.
fiddly person. The nature of how different worlds exist, but the place that you're in now with its plants and vegetation, these plants do not exist in your world, as far as you know. You're not even sure how anatomically they function. They're alien.
This really does smell like they put maple syrup in this coffee. Hey, John. We decided to investigate whether or not we thought we were in the world, because in our minds, Grigor takes the longest to get ready.
That's fair.
So you guys are now fully in costume.
What songs are we going to do? I have the ocarina now.
Do we have any Aqua-based songs that we could do? Can we do Barbie Girl? It's by
I was just gonna say that. Fun fact: this was the first favorite song I ever had, and I used to make my older brother play it over and over again.
That's amazing.
Fun fact, Aqua, I once played it for a talent show. I once did the boy part of a different Aqua song.
What different Aqua song?
What other Aqua song have we? I just got the biggest feeling of deja vu. Have we had this conversation before?
I certainly hope not. But if I'm living this entire life over again and I've had the same Aqua conversation, Jesus Christmas.
It was...
Cheese and crackers.
It was something about a... It was something about there was Spanish in it. There was a cactus.
Okay, rabbit trailed. So, you guys are in costume. You're doing something by Aqua. What song?
Good question.
Barbie Girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
You come out of the home and they've cleared out space. They had no idea what you needed to perform on, but you do see that they've cleared out a pretty nice space in the center of this cluster of homes. And a bunch of the kids have already brought out woven mats made of reeds just to sit on. And they're getting ready. They're eating berries, just giggling and having fun. The adults have created these little tiny benches to just kind of sit on, and they're excited. They've never seen a traveling show ever, and so they're being awkward, but they're trying. And then you come out dressed in your regalia, and you get all kinds of weird kind of giggling and appreciative claps. But they clap with gills. They just kind of flicker and hit their skin over and over and over again on their neck, and it sounds like rain almost. But you can tell from their smile that they're excited and happy. And then you perform. Barbie Girl.
Yep.
Fortunately,
Hi, Barbie.
only one person knows a bit of common as far as you're aware. So just go ahead and give me a performance check.
That's fine. I mean, we listen to songs in other languages and they're still delightful. Ooh, I got a natural 20. Yeah, penis days. Come in. It did like getting rubbed. That's what it was.
I got a 14 altogether.
I got a 14 as well.
What are we adding to it again? Is it just
Charisma.
Charisma.
And performance.
23.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So you guys do
A rainbow that happens.
amazing as far as these guys are aware. They are blown away. They've never seen anything like this before. And they are stoked. They are impressed. And they're impressed by your performance. After you're done performing, they go, "Are you planning to stay here longer? We can house you tomorrow. We have work, but please, you must stay, eat, and party with us. Tell us more about you."
Yeah, I don't think we're heading anywhere quickly, right? We're going to wait and see if we can find the halfling, so might as well hang out and party with these people for a little. Party,
Whoop,
people!
whoop.
Alright. While you guys are enjoying the festivities, most people are excited with the guests. You still see that stoic individual leaning against the wicker, just kind of keeping an eye on all of you, making sure that none of you wanders off. Whenever one of you goes and uses the bathroom or whatever, he kind of just follows at a polite distance just to make sure you don't do anything off color. But overall, everybody else treats you like you're a gift from the gods.
This is not going to end well, but
I found the song we did. It is called Heat of the Night by Aqua, and I'm pretty sure we had no idea what this song was about.
I'm pretty sure that you're the only people that have ever heard it.
Yep.
So,
Oh my God.
do you do anything or talk to anybody during the festivities? Because otherwise, they just tap into you like a natural resource looking for any knowledge of your world. They're curious about everything.
Hey, and I do tricks.
Okay.
Should have brought Bar and B with us to talk their ears off.
We should have brought Bar and B and left them here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right?
Yeah, we can sit down and talk to people, see what's going on with them.
Well, do you ask anything specifically, or because they will literally just ask you questions unless you ask them something specific?
Yeah, can you tell us about your village?
Oh, you're talking probably to one of the younger farmers. She has her seaweeds kind of woven, almost looks Celtic with how it lays flat against the back of her, against her back. And she goes, well, no, the chieftain's the only one that really knows common. The chieftain goes, yes, we've been here forever, many generations. We are peaceful people, simple people. We like our food, we like our berries, and we like the water. We had rough spots.
In my mind, these guys are just like such chill hippies.
They basically are.
Do they have...
We weren't always so pleasant, but we have come to peace. We've taken up a very tranquil life.
Do you have substances that help open your mind?
Let me roll. Country home. Why are you like this?
Hey, I wanted to
Take me
give you a kiss.
home, country road.
To play
We have some special plans, but none like you describe. We actually stay away from many of our magic plants since they caused a lot of the fighting before.
A lot of the what?
Fighting. We used to bicker and we had a lot of problems with ourselves, so we swore off of a lot of the things that cause problems, including the marble berry. It's a berry that whenever you eat it, you can always tell when someone's lying to you. And that caused problems. So we forbid the eating of berry. And stopped, forbid Gudzu. But that is
Get a
a
couple of those berries.
darker time.
Yeah, I want to eat some of those berries.
You can. It is not advised. It leads to broken hearts.
Well, none of us are romantically involved with anyone.
Yeah.
Well,
How about, can we buy some of the berries off of you? I feel like it would just be good for us to have those for any future endeavors.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
just wanted to hold on to them for a while.
well, you are not our people, so it's fine, but we don't recommend it.
Understood.
Thank you.
The marble berries are found throughout, but he goes over to and a little out of the way, pulls out one of these, looks like a marble, brings it over and goes, it looks like this. And it looks like a glass marble. But he squeezes it, and where at first it just looks like a transparent marble with some things on the inside, as the juices come out of it, the juice is completely opaque, giving it this gross kind of like ethereal vibe to it. It is found all over the place. You eat it and you understand lies for a day.
For a day.
Wonderful. Thank you.
It's not permanent.
A day's a long time, though.
Yeah.
It's a day of pain, for sure. It will feel longer than you think.
All right.
The halfling also took some. He did not seem ill affected, but it's ill-advised.
It's the halfling pulling an umbrage and using truth serum on children. Well,
I
It's not a truth
never
serum,
mind.
though. It would give the person the ability to know if someone else is lying.
True. It wouldn't make them tell the truth.
But
All right, what's next, friends? What do we want to do?
I want to try to slip away to follow the halfling's other trail while the people are partying.
give me a
Alright.
stealth check at disadvantage because you're kind of the celebrity.
Can I distract them while he follows the trail?
Sure.
I feel like I'm the worst at stealth every time, anyways.
How are you
What?
attempting to distract?
I ask for some wood and start carving crazy things for them, almost like how a clown would do balloon animals, but like little trinkets out of wood. And as I do it, I like float around and dance, and I have Kevin helping me.
All right. And,
And
they're also
I'm very
interested
loud.
in your tools. And
Just ignore me!
And so give me a carpentry tool charisma check. So proficiency charisma. As you're trying to distract them with useful things.
18 total.
You get all the adults interested in your contraptions that you're able to fabricate, as the kids are also entertained. So you're getting everyone's attention very well. Now give me a stealth check, not a disadvantage.
$21.
21. You backtrack just a bit, and you see that the path does go over this, again, woven, intricate bridge. And it seems to make its way southward. Give me a intelligence check.
Straight intelligence?
Mhm.
7.
Okie dokie. As you cross, the land is less developed here. You see all these like glassy vegetation come up like caltrops, and it becomes thicker to navigate the location. But you can tell that he is making its way southward, and see this like unpleasant pathway that was that's something that was dragged through.
Is there anything that would like tell me what it was he was dragging? Can I make like another survival check to see if there's any like...
Give me an investigation check.
don't do anything. Investigations, intelligence too, right? 11.
As you're looking down, trying to make sense of what this is, the halfling was struggling moving this thing. This was not a easy move for the halfling. Getting from the waterfall to where you are now probably took the halfling an hour or two. And you can see that whatever he was dragging got caught on like the glass shrubbery every once in a while and had to rip part of it out. But at this point, you're about 20 minutes away from the village.
Okay.
Do you continue onward, or what do you do?
No, I head back. I don't want to get this far out without everybody else, and if they miss me, it's going to be, like, I don't want to cause a problem if they miss me.
Okay. Grigor. The mayor and everyone is very much drilling you for information. They are asking you about your family, where you came from, what's your long bamboo stick on your hip, and you show them the rapier. They ask about how on earth you got the embroidery on your clothes. They ask you about what on earth a goblin is. Kai, the guy that runs the tavern that you mentioned. They've never had beer, but so you had to explain what hops were a little bit. They're going on rabbit trail. They are voraciously curious and seem to literally have not moved from this spot in generations. Do you inquire anything from them? Is there anything you need to know?
Is that a question directed towards me? Because I was answering an email. I'm so sorry.
No,
That
it's
was
fine.
me, but I'm not sure what I want to ask them.
All right. Well, as you're just being harassed for questions, and as Thistle is showing off, Senpai, you make your way back.
What I do best.
Yep. You make your way back into town, and you see that one Ganassi kind of just glaring at you as you re-enter town. And he says in common, "You're a sneaky one."
The better to serve you, my dear.
You get lost?
I am a tracker, and I saw an interesting trail, and I just wanted to follow it.
You follow Halfling Trail.
It looked like he was dragging something, and I was curious.
I don't trust outsider.
Us or the halfling? Or both?
Both.
I wouldn't either.
You don't trust us?
You're doing...
I feel like Thistle would have seen me and come over, though.
Yeah, 100%. Also, you don't trust us?
The Halfling was too curious.
We are curious about the halfling.
Are curious.
We are very curious. But we don't mean you any harm.
That's what Halfling said.
Well,
You say...
I think that you are on the right track and you shouldn't trust us or the halfling. We are outsiders.
You should trust us.
Why
We're
should we not
delightful.
trust halfling?
People go missing when he's
I am
around.
going to trust you. We are here looking for the halfling because he comes here and then people in our world die.
Give me an insight check.
I'll roll a
13.
19. And so 22.
You know that the gills move a lot whenever these Ganassi are happy. His face and structure and everything straight up tighten. Almost like he's holding his breath as you bring up that detail. He looks like carved glass in a moment. And you can tell that he is extremely upset.
I feel that way, sir.
And he says, Gudzu.
Wait. The tree?
How do you know of the tree?
We found his map. And his map labeled the tree.
Show me.
I pull out my notebook and I show him the L map, which would be on its own page.
He looks at that. He curses in Aquan, hands it back to you. He did what is forbidden. He summoned
What's
the Gudzu.
What is the Gudzu?
he summoned? What?
The
The
Gudzu.
Gudzu.
What's the Gudzu?
In our
I would imagine that at this point I would sit down cross-legged with my my head on my like.
Are you like
like,
in
just
Senpai's
like that.
hair?
Yes, that's such a good idea. I sit down on Senpai's head, like I like flutter down so that and I just go like this. What's
Well,
the Gudzu?
as you get ready for story time, the Ganassi looks up at the festivities around and goes, "The Gudzu tree has been carved," and just yells that over everybody, and the entire party stops. And in that silence, the mayor kind of stands up and goes, "Did you do the carving?" And the gentleman and the person that you've been speaking to, you have yet to get his name, goes, "No. Sounds halfling. Badru carved on the tree." With that, several of the adults awkwardly grab their stuff and the party's clearly over and they begin making their way back to their homes.
Can you tell us what's going on?
The mayor brings you forward as people are dispersing because things have gotten... The fun has died.
I didn't mean to bring the party down. I'm
And
sorry. I apologize to the mayor. I didn't know my words would end the festivities. I'm sorry.
Lengua goes, "It is fine. You have been honest with us. We have been too honest with guests. We trust easy. My son was right. Mayok is nervous around strangers. And he was right to be. In the south of here, we have a lake called Slush.
It's a fun name.
In the middle of the lake is a small island with a tree on it. It is the Gudzu tree. It's a very simple story. Whoever's name is carved into the tree drowns. The Gudzu comes for you.
Has the halfling been carving people's names into the tree?
So the Gudzu tree is a death note?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's not good. How did he find out about it?
It is part of our history. We mentioned the berries of truth. We also had the tree. When feelings get hurt, the tree gets carved. It is forbidden to go near a tree.
All right,
Why-
we should go hide out by the tree and stake out until this guy comes back. And when he comes back, we kill him.
Why don't... Have you tried to destroy the tree? Does bad things happen if you try to destroy the tree? Why leave such a dangerous...
The tree is guarded by the prawn folk. They live on the
What?
east bank.
The prawn folk.
How come they let him pass to carve the tree? Do they enjoy chaos?
I do not know why the prawn folk let him by.
What language do the prawn folk speak?
No tongue I know.
Is there anyone here who knows anything about the pond folk? Maybe like what they like, how to gain their trust?
They are unpleasant. They are in the area of the lake they live in called the Tumor Swamp. They consist on pickled, festered meat.
Gross.
They are unpleasant.
Sound like it.
But ever since the halfling got here, they've been quieter. They've been less problem. Don't know why.
He must be giving them something.
Yeah.
Are the prawn folk intelligent?
They have weapons, tools, but they are more aquatic.
Would it be all right with you if we were to make a small camp between here and the tree? And if the halfling comes, don't let him know you know. We'll take care of him.
That is fair. Thank you for your honesty with us. If you are able to get to the tree, if you can destroy it, please do. We have
I mean,
tried.
there's one thing we're good at. It's
Destruction?
destruction. Just so I know that if we're on the right, I mean, it seems like we're on the right path, but did Agara tell us that people had seemed to drown? Like, does that match up with what we know? And did she say that she just wants him taken care of, or are we supposed to bring him back alive?
You know that she wanted, however this halfling has been killing people, remotely taken care of.
Okay.
Killing the halfling is great, but mainly his supreme power that he's been able to wield was her problem.
Okay. So,
However, it is a tree that whoever's name is carved in it kills it. It's not a small thing to get rid of.
I vote that we do stake out and that we just take care of the halfling. And
Sorry,
Then-
Nisha.
if we see a way or an ability to get the tree, that's fine. But like otherwise, I think we should just close the portal to this world after we kill the halfling here. But let's not make it so we've got more stuff to deal with back in the burrows.
Agreed.
All right.
With that, I think that's a good spot to end the session on. So, yeah.
I think that's great. Sorry we were late getting started today for the one person that is still watching. Although I think he went back to the beginning to find out about our characters. We will be working on doing write-ups of some sort about our characters because there are people who are joining us who don't know anything about us, and I think that would be helpful. We can just drop that in the description too. Just little quick bios and updates.
Sure.
Next week we will not be having D&D because we're going to be driving back from the Poconos. We completely forgot to do Firestarter today.
I didn't forget. I didn't want to do it with you doing your vacation and everything. So Meg wasn't done yet.
Okay. So when are we doing that?
We'll be doing that the Friday, not next Friday, but the following Friday.
So that's the
at
16th.
12 o'clock. Correct.
And then also on the 16th, we'll be starting at our new time of 2 p.m. So this is a relaunch moment, everyone.
And maybe everything will work.
Everything will work, great. John. Believe it.
I believe it.
For the people who are interested in doing like catching up, I try to keep each story relatively contained within its own arc. So this story arc should be, it's called the Gudzu series, and episode 1 is up. It has a nice bright yellow banner. You can start that. That's a good starting point. Yeah. That was last week's.
But I do think that if we do a little write-up that we can just stick in the description.
Yeah, that would also be nice.
And maybe script out our intro a little bit more. I'm really excited about the new office space and getting time to do this. John, you missed during the break where I said I was going to be making a countdown screen, and Meg got really excited to help me design that. So
that is awesome.
All right. Well, with that, hope everyone has a great 2 weeks. We'll see you back here on the 16th, or maybe on the 14th if you join us for that game. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Thanks for playing.
Bye.
Bye.